I'm a Mac automation expert with over 20 years of experience, and in this video I'd like to show you how to create an automation workflow which adds a shake transition to your timeline in Premiere Pro in just a few seconds and with only one keystroke. And thanks to an automation method I developed myself over the years, you won't need any coding skills whatsoever and can easily do it yourself. Before we can create the automation workflow, we have to add our transition once manually. So create an adjustment layer, drag and drop it onto the timeline, trim it 10 frames left and right, add the transform effect, create keyframes for position and scale, move 1 frame forward, set the scale to 125, move forward 2 frames, change the position randomly, move forward 3 frames, change the position randomly, repeat that until you have reached the end of the adjustment layer, reset the value of scale and position, move the playhead 1 frame back and set the scale to 125, set the shutter angle to 180 and uncheck this checkbox, add a VR digital glitch effect, open distortion, set all values to 0, come to the start of the adjustment layer, create a keyframe for color distortion at 0, move to the point of the cut, set the value to 100, move to the end of the adjustment layer and set the color distortion value back to 0. In case this is the first time you're watching one of my tutorials, please head over to the shortcut settings in Premiere Pro first of all and make sure you have assigned the following shortcuts. Create an adjustment layer, Command Option Control Shift plus A, Projects, Shift plus Y, Effect Controls, Shift plus X, Effects, Shift plus C, Timelines, Shift plus V, Rename in the Project Panel section, Command Option Control Shift plus R, Zoom to Frame, Command Option Control Shift plus B, and Minimize all tracks, Command Option Control Shift plus M. Then select the adjustment layer and in the Effect Controls panel, select the Transform and the VR Glitch effect, right-click on any of them, select Save Preset and rename it to Shake Transition Preset. Last but not least, make sure you have the free trial version of the app BetterTouchTool installed on your Mac, navigate to this new icon up here, click on Configuration, and then let's get started with our automation. Click on these 3 little dots up here. Add a new trigger by clicking on the plus symbol in the left column and select Reusable Named Trigger in the right column. Rename it to Shake Transition. If you haven't done it already, add a second trigger and name it Workflow Speed. Click on the plus symbol in the middle column, select the action called Pause Execution, Delay Next Action Blocking from the drop-down menu in the right column and set its value to 1 second. Now highlight the Shake Transition trigger again and add the first action by clicking the plus symbol in the middle column. Click into this search field, type Launch App and select the action Launch App Open File Start Apple Script. Click on Select App File and choose Premiere Pro. This will bring the Premiere Pro window to the front. Add another action called Trigger Named Trigger, highlight the Workflow Speed trigger in the left column, copy its name and paste it into the text field of our Trigger Named Trigger action. This will allow us to adjust the overall speed of our workflow at the end. Now move your playhead to the cut between your clips. This will be the starting point for our automation workflow. Back in BetterTouchTool, add a total of 9 shortcut actions. Just click on the plus icon in the middle column again and then in the pop-up menu on the right, click here and record the following 9 shortcuts, one after another. Shift plus V to switch to the timeline panel, Command Option Control Shift B to ensure that the timeline zoom is always the same and the playhead is centered, Command Option Control Shift plus M to minimize all tracks, Shift plus the left arrow key twice to move the playhead 10 frames to the left, Shift plus Y to switch to the Projects panel, Command Option Control Shift plus A to create a new adjustment layer, and the Enter key twice. With the first Enter key action highlighted, add another action by clicking on this little plus icon, search for Delay Next Action Blocking and set it to 0.5 seconds. Also make sure to separate each action by adding an action called Trigger Named Trigger with the name Workflow Speed like you can see here. You can simply copy it once and paste it a couple of times. Next, add an action called Insert Type Paste Custom Text. Type Shake Transition into the text area in the right column, then add an action called Move Mouse to Position. Click on Record New Position, move your mouse cursor onto this free space in the Projects panel and save the mouse coordinates by pressing the spacebar on your keyboard. Click on Save and then add the action Left Click at Current Mouse Position. Now add an action called Find Image on Screen and Move Mouse. In the action settings on the right, select Screen with Mouse, search top left quarter, change this value to 0.4 and then click on Choose Area on Screen. Resize and reposition the red transparent window exactly over our newly created adjustment layer and hit the spacebar. Wait 3 seconds until the screenshot appears in this little square and perform a test search by clicking here. If your mouse cursor hovers over the area of your screenshot, you can continue by adding the same action once more. This time, limit the search region to the bottom half of your screen screen, change the threshold value to 0.9, increase the duration to 0.5 and check drag mouse. Then click on choose area of screen and position and resize the rectangle like this. Make sure the playhead is exactly in the middle of the rectangle, press the spacebar on your keyboard and wait for 3 seconds again. Now add 4 shift plus right arrow key shortcut actions to the workflow in order to move the playhead 20 frames forward, followed by the shortcut action Command Option Control Shift plus M to ensure all tracks are minimized. Then add another find image on screen and move mouse action and copy the settings as shown here. Take a screenshot of this area now and add a C key shortcut action to activate the cutting tool. Add a left click action next, followed by the shortcut V and another move mouse action. This time change the settings to relative to current mouse cursor position. Click on record position and change the X coordinate to 100. Then hit save and add a left click action next. Then comes a delete key action which will remove the right part of the adjustment layer. What's left of it has exactly the right length. Add move mouse once more and change X to -150. Then add an action called save current mouse position. Now add a shift plus C and a shift plus F shortcut action followed by the action insert type paste custom text. Type shake transition preset into the text area in the right column, then add the find image on screen and move mouse action again and take a screenshot of our preset. Add the action drag mouse to position and in the settings on the right choose relative to saved mouse cursor position and set both coordinates to 0. This will add the shake transition preset to the adjustment layer. In order to undo the changes in the effects panel, add a shift plus C, a shift plus F and a delete key action followed by the move mouse action with the empty space recorded as your cursor's destination. Add the left click action one last time, then shift plus X to switch to the effects control panel and finally shift plus V to return to the timeline and to complete our workflow. Delete the adjustment layer in the projects panel. Move the playhead to the cut between both of your clips and click this little play icon down here to perform a test run. If it runs properly, select the workflow speed trigger in the left column, click on the delay action in the middle column and change the value to 0.1 to increase the speed of our workflow. And because we don't want to open up the configuration window of BetterTouchTool every time in order to add a shake transition, let's assign a keyboard shortcut to this workflow by clicking on the little keyboard icon up here, then on the plus icon in the left column, and now press any key combination you like. I'm choosing a key on an additional keyboard because I'm creating a customized Premiere Pro Stream Deck for video editors with this series. If you want to do the same, just make sure to select Works on Keyboards with same type as used for recordings to make sure that the key configuration of your regular keyboard won't change. Then click on this plus icon in the middle column and choose the action trigger named trigger from the drop-down menu in the right column. Rename it to the name of our shake transition workflow. Hit Command plus S to save everything. And this is how you can automate adding a shake transition in Premiere Pro in just a few seconds with only one keystroke.